The man skillfully carves a hexagonal ice cube, adjusting every angle carefully, before placing it into a glass. He gently stirs it with a spoon, as water droplets slide down the glass wall. After discarding the excess water, he adds whiskey, followed by special soda and a slice of lemon. A perfect whiskey soda is complete. However, Emma thought it was just a regular whiskey. But after a gentle sip, the fragrance hit her, and her fatigue disappeared instantly. The man in front of her was, in fact, a genius bartender. Not long ago, Emma and Hannah had no idea about this bar. They had plans to open a Taiwanese-style bar but had trouble finding the right bartender. So, they started interviewing candidates. The first candidate was immediately rejected by the interviewer for not asking the customer if they were hungry. The second candidate failed with his green cocktail, as he couldn't make a rainbow drink and took more than a minute and a half to mix the drink. The third candidate, a famous bartender, was dismissed because, aside from his looks, he didn't meet the requirements. After 3 failed interviews, Emma and Hannah were frustrated. Their standards were too vague. The president wanted a bartender who could make the God's Cup, but what exactly was the God's Cup? At that moment, a man was woken up by his phone ringing, yet he didn't even answer it. Emma gave him a hand, and after he left, they noticed he had forgotten his book. When they went to return it, Jack had already disappeared. The interviewer reported to the president that all 30 candidates had failed, but when they asked for more precise criteria, the president simply replied, "You'll know when you taste it." This left them even more confused, so they decided to relax at the bar. By coincidence, they ran into Jack again. After all, some people couldn't even use a phone. They were deeply impressed by him, and Emma took the initiative to offer help returning his book, since the library was nearby. Jack was very grateful, and that's when they learned he was a bartender. They thought about asking Jack to interview, but found that he hadn't brought any money. They were speechless. The next day, they saw a post about a European cocktail competition champion nearby. They hurriedly set off but discovered the bar was in a remote location, one they had passed by several times without noticing. Once inside, they were amazed to find that Jack was the bartender there, and his aura was completely different. A customer ordered a green grasshopper cocktail, but Jack suggested they switch to the rainbow drink, which had been part of their interview challenge. In just 30 seconds, Jack made the perfect rainbow drink, with the layers of color still clearly separated. This left them stunned. Then, Hannah ordered a martini, but Jack refused to make it, simply because she was on an empty stomach.